Can we make it 5 league wins on the bounce? Or will Hoffenheim have something to say about that? Hello there folks, it's TIJ and welcome to episode 3 of the 5th season of Conquering the Euro on Foot Manager 2019 with Dortmund. And today we have a league going against Hoffenheim away from home at the Rhein-Neckar Arena. If I'm pronouncing that right, give me a gold star, and I think I kind of like a gold star. And then we go, well, back to Dortmund for a game against Brondby in the Europa League. Now, we've only played 2 games so last one with you folks. Last episode we obviously beat Leipzig and Apoel. We then went and beat Frankfurt in the league. It was 1-1 up until the 58th minute. Brun Larsen getting an early goal and Niels Petersen cancelling our lead out. Then Eckel and Origi added to his brilliant start to his season here. No doubt about that. His brilliant start to his Bundesliga career. That's 11 goals and 11 appearances. 11 appearances including his sub appearances. That's massively impressive in all competitions. That was a nice and easy win in the end. And then we beat Apoel in the Europa League as well. Again, funnily enough, they actually went ahead courtesy of Georgios Christofi, but Balotelli got one back. I think it's his first or second goal within the season, I want to say. It's his first goal since those Shamrock Rovers games. Doesn't have the best start to his life, admittedly, here at Dortmund, but he's carrying on. He's coming through a little bit, and Origi added to that once again with 2 goals to make it 3-1. So the Europa League group looks a little bit like this. After 2 games, ourselves and Brondby are on 6 points, and if we beat Brondby today, then we'll end up, of course, with 9 points. They're going to be a hard opposition now, as you can see. They beat Botasani 5-1 and 3-1 respectively, home and away. But we've got Hoffenheim in the league before we have to worry about the Europa League, so let's have a look how the league is going. So we've obviously played less games than everybody else due to Europa League games, cup games getting in the way of things, but as you can see, Origi top goal scorer by, not by quite a margin. Funnily enough, Diego Andrada is a loan player from Liverpool. We signed him in our time. And he seems to be doing very well at Borussia Mönchengladbach. But Origi's the top goal scorer. Looking at the table, however, we're 4th place, but we've only played 5 games. We've got 2 games in hand on everyone above us. As you can see, even Bayern Munich have lost. They lost to Wolfsburg, who seem to have been starting very well. They've only lost to Hertha Berlin and Leipzig, so they've won the games they need to win. Have we got Wolfsburg anytime soon? We have, actually. We've got them in the next few games. That's interesting. So we've got to play, in the next month, we've got to play Wolfsburg, Bayern Munich and Hertha Berlin. And the next episode will most definitely be the Hertha Berlin and Bayern Munich games. But basically, if we win our 2 games in hand, then we will go above Wolfsburg and Bayern Munich, who amazingly have both lost games. The only unbeaten team at this point is Hertha Berlin. But let's get into our game, shall we, today? Let's have a look at the tactic we've gone for the game against Hoffenheim. Admittedly, I haven't changed this since the last time, so I might have to do a bit of manoeuvring on camera. The problem is, that centre back will be fine. We've just got to put a right winger in, so we'll put Harry Wilson in the place of Pulisic, and we'll put Kevin Volland on the bench. I think that should be alright. I think that should work. Balotelli and Origi up front, maybe perhaps put Kevin Volland on there, because Balotelli's not been doing particularly well in the league, which concerns me a little bit. We are going to change the 2 central midfielders actually today. We're going to put Konrad Laimer, is it I've put in? No, not Brun Larsen. We're going to put Konrad Laimer and Sergio Gomez in for his first start of the season at least, because Gomez is a good player. He's played well in that 1 appearance he had for us. He hasn't really had many chances bar that. So that's what we're going to go for today. That looks good to me. Maybe put Brun Larsen on instead of Royce on the bench and actually put him in the team ahead of Moise Kean. That'll do, but let's get into this match, shall we? So we've got Butland, Wan-Bissaka, Impadu, Rojo, Augustinson at the back, Lima and Gomez in midfield, Wilson and Brun Larsen on the wings with Origi and Volland up front. Now, we have agreed a deal, unfortunately, for Augustinson to leave and go to Atlanta United. We couldn't do much about it. In his contract that he agreed before we came here, he actually had a minimum free release clause for foreign clubs of £25.5 million. And Atlanta United, who are an American team, have lived up to that. And fair enough to them. They're going to get Augustinson in January, so that's nice for them. It's actually going to be the end of February that they end up getting Augustinson. So we have got him for a while longer, but I've just got to bear in mind that probably the left-back should get more game time now. The other left-back being James Horn. Been a very good response though, folks. I'm really happy with how we've got on the first few episodes. You guys really seem to be enjoying it, and that is absolutely splendid. Because I was a bit worried about, a bit anxious about coming here because it's a different country. We hadn't done anything in England yet, but it seems that you guys have reacted well, and it seems that, funnily enough, the footballers reacted well. We're playing well here, I think, at Dortmund. If we make it 5 wins on the bounce today, we can have a real good start to the campaign. The bonus here, as well as the Premier League, is that, I know it sounds daft, but there's 4 less games. There's 34 games in the season, and it gives us less time to slip up, basically, at the end of the year. But if we can get a good run going here, which I'm a bit questionable about, because Hoffenheim have had a good start themselves, to be fair to them, and they're going to have an even better start if they can get that goal in. They certainly can. Paulinho scores their first goal, We're going to have to tell the players to demand a little bit more off them, or else we're not going to do much today, are we? That's not the best start for us. I just want to make sure we don't lose again, because Bayern have lost at this point. We just want to take advantage of that, because every game against Bayern Munich, it's a case of getting more points than Bayern, because Bayern are absolutely unstoppable sometimes. They've lost a game, but that might well be the only game they lose this season, so it's absolutely imperative that we keep up with them, and we win all of our games. So we're going to move to the more attacking tactic, I think, here, because it seems that Hoffenheim are not all over us necessarily, but they're having a good go at it, blimey. Yeah, I'm happy with that. We don't need to change any of that, apart from putting you as a deep liar and putting you to a box-to-box. Looks good to me. Just a few fiddles in the middle of the pitch, but we haven't had the amount of shots yet. We've had more possession, but we're not using it wisely. So we're going to try for a little bit more an attacking tactic and see how we get on. Butland, will he have the goal kick? He certainly has got the goal kick, but number 26, which I presume is Volland, doesn't really got to that. But Schwartz, is it Volland number 26 or Origi? Sorry, Volland, it is Origi number 26. Volland's number 31. It will take me a little bit of time to get used to these players and learn their numbers and that, because at Liverpool it's just second nature, but here we will learn them after a little bit of time. So Brun Larsen is 34, he's on the wing, and it's a good tackle by Cedric. I presume that's the former Southampton player who's on that wing, but nothing else coming to that highlight, and that is the end of that. So Hoffenheim still 1-0 up. We've dominated them, though, in terms of possession so far, so it's interesting. They're definitely making the most of their chances, but they haven't really let us have any chances yet. It's a good shot from one of their players, but nowhere near the target, really, in the end. But we need to bring this back sooner rather than later. We've got our two best forwards up front. We had a comment yesterday, which I think was very valid, that Volland and Origi are two very good strikers. Oh my God, what was that defending? That, that can tear up this league, really. But it seems at the moment the only thing we're tearing up is our own goal. We're really not doing well here. We might have to have a think at half-time or even earlier. If nothing changes in the next few minutes, we're going to have to have a look. To be fair, they are dominating us. So, do we go back to our counter-attacking tactic? Let's put Wilson where he likes to be. Inside forward on attack. You can be a winger on support. I'm okay with that. Not necessarily play out of defence. Just pass into space. Focus down the wings. Hit early crosses. Run at the defence a bit more. Take the long kicks from the goal. Actually, no, don't mess about with that. A bit of a higher defensive line. Again, we should be okay at that. And I think we're going to have to go attacking at this point, because we have dominated possessions. But, well, actually, we haven't now, because they're straight back into it. But I think we can get back into this very quickly. Wilson with a cross into the box for Mpadu, and Mpadu puts it just over the bar. But a good cross from Wilson from that free kick. But a little bit unlucky there. I think we're going to have to get a little bit of luck to get back into this game. We obviously need to score 3 at this point to have any consideration of winning the game. Gomez, though, on the ball. Back to Lima. Lima, back to Rojo. Decent ball to Volland. Will he keep it? He certainly will, but it's back to their defenders. Can we put the pressure on now and win the ball back in the final third? That's not the best defence, and they might well have an attack here. Bryzat on the ball for Hoffenheim. Puts it over to Paulinho. Our number 2's got to be getting that. We can't let them go forward anymore. Grilicic puts it forward to Dalbert on the wing. Oh, he's put it in the box. Augustinson gets it out. Oh, what was Brun Larsen doing there? Palacios, Bryzat, and it's 3-0 to Hoffenheim. What is going on here? I don't get it. So FM just really annoys me sometimes. We've gone on a brilliant run, and we've done really well, and then all of a sudden we're 3-0 down here. It makes no sense whatsoever. It really doesn't. They've just completely destroyed us today, and we've had equal possession, but they've used their chances a lot better. And it is going to take a massive job to get back into this game, and that's really negative for us, to be honest, because it's one of our games in hand. And losing that puts us a little bit out of touch for those teams at the top there. We're going to be aggressive to the players, say, look, we just got to get on with it. And that was awful. Basically, we've got to show something else in the second half. And now we've just fundamentally got to get on with it. More direct passing we'll go for. None of this playing for set piece or anything. Just let them get on with it. No, do what they do best, play football. This should be over the opposition defence. Yeah, we'll go with that. I'm happy with that. Right. We need an early goal in this half. That's what we need. If they score again, you can say au revoir, or what is it? No, what's German for goodbye? Oh my God. I know Guten Top. What? Oh, I've gone completely blank. Which seems what's happened to our players here in this match. We are offering no attacking threat, no defensive ability, and it's just been a bit abysmal, to be honest. We're going to bring Balotelli on for Origi and Moise Kean on for whoever's on the left, Brun Larsen. And let's see if they can do anything. But can we get a goal here, perhaps, with all those players substitute on? Let's have a look. Volland. Wan-Bissaka, lovely ball into the box. Cedric gets it out for now, but Lima's on the edge of the box, and it's just wide from Conrad Lima. That's very unlucky there from the midfielder. I'm going to go very attacking, though, here. We haven't really got time to waste now. And if we concede more, does it really matter? I know goal difference matters, but fundamentally, we are free down here, so we just got to attack and go for it. Lovely ball from Lima to Volland, and now he's one-on-one with the keeper. He is, and that's one back. Been unfortunate for their defenders there, but as I said earlier, we do need a little bit of luck, and that's number 10 for Volland this year. He has put one over on his former club. He did used to play for Hoffenheim, of course. But this is going to make things interesting now, because it's 3-1. Can we bring on the comeback of all comebacks? I'll be more than happy with a point here. It's definitely better than no points, because every point matters. And Wilson's got a free kick on the edge of the box, and he puts it in the back of the net for his first Dortmund goal. He's been scoring worldies at Derby in real life this year, and it seems that trend has not certainly booked into FM, but certainly followed him into the Football Manager game and the Football Manager world. And what a goal that is from Harry Wilson. Can we get it back now? Can we destroy Hoffenheim, or will they destroy our hopes by getting a goal straight after this highlight? Cedric to Griličić. Can we get the ball back nice and quickly? Because this may well be a Hoffenheim goal. Good stuff from Lima. Keane, unfortunate there. Can we have a second chance at it? Gomez. No, lose the ball, but back to Wilson anyway. Gomez. Lima. Lima, can he pick out a pass? He can't quite. Counter-attack now for Hoffenheim. Cucho gets past on number 18. Cucho is in the box, and it's in the back of the net. Juan Hernandez, or Cucho, I suppose his name is, has got the goal for Hoffenheim, and it increased their lead back to 2 goals once again. Can we get 2 now? Can we get 2 goals? We've just got to go for it fundamentally now. We're going to bring Aaron Ramsey on for Sergio Gomez, an advanced playmaker. I reckon that might work, but for some reason it just hasn't. It's just completely disregarded my move there. We're going to bring Ramsey on. I'm happy with bringing Ramsey on. That's Wagnerman. Ramsey. Third time lucky, I suppose. We're going to put him on attacking. We've just got to get on with it in our attacking formation now. Just go for it. All players up the pitch, and we're just going to be very attacking, because at the end of the day, we've got 2 back. I'm sure we can get another 2, but I'm not quite as sure about that now as I might have been 10-15 minutes ago. Paulinho, Cucho on the ball again. Paulinho, he did score a goal earlier. Can he make it 2? He shoots. He's just at the edge of the box. And Palacios has a second goal. Surely that is not Wilson Palacios. No, it's not, thank God. But we've got 10 minutes to go here at Hoffenheim. Can we get a point out of this? Potentially. We've got to score nice and quickly, though, now. Let's have a look. We've got an attack here, though. 22. Augustinson, that is. Lima on the edge of the box. Lima on the edge of the box still shoots. That's a poor shot. He should have really let it go for somebody else, should Conrad Lima there. Because that was a good chance, but he was a bit greedy in the end. And it didn't work out. I think this game isn't going to work out in total here, to be honest. It's been quite a poor performance. Maybe didn't put out the best defensive formation, possibly. But that is a real dent to our hopes early season. It just makes things a little bit worse. I mean, in contrast to Bayern Munich, which is always the competition, if we win our other game in hand, we can be 1 point behind them. But if we'd have won here, we could have been 2 points ahead of them. So that's absolutely crucial. But hopefully we can have a little bit of light in this episode by going to beat Brondby in the next game. We've gone for a similar lineup then against Brondby, despite that loss against Hoffenheim in the last one. Wagnerman replaces Wan-Bissaka. He had quite a bad game, really, against Hoffenheim, but so did the rest of the team. So you can't really single him out as a scapegoat. Horns in for Augustinson. We've got Delaney and Eckel replacing Gomez. And I think it was Lima in the middle last time out. Brun Larsen and Royster on the wings with Volland and Origi keeping their spots up front. But we are going to put Balotelli on the bench, actually. He might come on a little bit later on. But Origi and Volland are really our 2 best strikers. So we are going to keep it like that. But this is our last game in September, I think. I might be wrong, but I think it's our last game in September. And in October, if you saw last episode, you will see that we've got 9 games in October. So fitness, rotation, all that sort of stuff is going to be absolutely crucial in October. You might have also noticed, the eagle-eyed of you, that Christian Benteke is playing for Brondby. What an interesting signing that is for them. And it'll be an interesting one today. He's got a lot of height. He's a good player. I presume he's still a good player. Even he's got to be getting on a little bit now. Even at the age of 31. Similar to Balotelli. Similar age to Balotelli. Similar player to Balotelli in some ways. But it'd be interesting to see how he gets on. Good cross there from Wagnerman, and Royce very nearly puts it in the back of the net. Now, if we can win this game against Brondby, then we pretty much confirm that we qualify pretty much in first and qualify in total, if you like. Basically, if we win today's game and win our next game against Botasani, we have pretty much qualified, because we haven't got to play Apoel again. We've got to play Brondby once more, but if we can beat Botasani, I don't see any problem with us qualifying. But what a ball that is to Kevin Volland, but unfortunately hasn't utilised that one very well. I think it's our shot conversion rates that perhaps we need to sort out a little bit, because we're just not feeling very well, and to be honest, at the moment. But saying that, we haven't, we're not going to focus on the negatives of the last game. We're going to treat this as any other game. We're just being a bit pessimistic because we lost the last game, but ultimately we're on a good run. We've won 4 of the last 5 in the league. We've won 6 of the last 7, obviously including the Europa League games. So I'm more than happy with that at the moment. But interesting that Benteke has gone back there. This could well be a goal for Brondby though. Rasmussen into the box for Benteke. Good save and good gather from Butland. He was really strong there in coming out. But it's amazingly only 50-50 possession, but we've had 6 shots, but we haven't made the most of it yet. And fundamentally, you can use the excuse that these sides have got good defence, but suddenly you've got to realise that perhaps our players aren't the most clinical. We're having a lot of shots, but we're not scoring them. But Eckel, is it Equal or Eckel? You need to let me know in the comments. It is a regen player, but I'm going to call him Eckel just to be easy. And if you don't like it, we can just change his name to Eckel and forget that Eichel. Is it Eckel? No, it's Eichel or Eckel. But we've had 9 shots now and we still haven't scored. I mean, you can use the same old excuse. They've got a good defence, they're defending well, but fundamentally, we're obviously not attacking very well. But at half-time, it's going to be no goals, it looks like. We can take a point here, but I'd quite like to get the free. It seems like we've got 2 players injured, though. Brun Larsen a lot worse off than Wagnerman. So Brun Larsen is going to have to come off at half-time, it seems. We're going to just tell the players, though, that we need to get that goal to win. There's no point having a go at them. We're going to just tell them we need that goal to win, fundamentally. We're going to have to change these things around, aren't we? Can Volland play on the right? I'm sure he can. Yeah, he can. That's good. We'll put him there, and we'll put Balotelli up front. See how Ballo gets on. He fell out a little bit of Origi, actually, at the start of the season, because Origi came in, and Ballo was like, well, why is he here? Why is he here? Because he might take my spot. And that's exactly what he's done. But Balotelli's had plenty of chances, and he hasn't performed so far, so we're going to pick Origi. He's younger, he's got a longer career ahead of him. He's probably more fit at this point as well. And he's just done better so far. But if Balotelli can get a hat-trick today, that might well help his cause. And will help our cause as well, no doubt. But we've had 13 shots. They haven't had 1 yet. So they always say that each team gets 1 chance in a game. So we need to make sure we score at least once here to get anything out of this. Origi on the edge of the box shoots, and it's just wide of the post. Been a little bit unlucky, actually, looking at that, to be fair. We've had some very close calls. But considering our shot conversion rate of having only 4 shots of our 15 on target, you have to say it's been quite a poor episode in our goal-scoring efforts. But our defence seems to have held up quite well here, but if they don't have a shot, it's quite easy to hold up as a defensive unit. Let's tell the players we're going to be a bit more direct. We're going to have to distribute it to the flanks. A bit more direct in terms of our passing, not extremely direct, that'd be a bit ridiculous. More expression, yeah, extremely high tempo. Just a bit more tempo in our passing, try and get it over the defenders. Hopefully set up more one-on-ones to the keeper, and hopefully just get the 1 goal to finish this off. I hate these sort of games. And if he does finish 0, then that's not very good. We could well get a goal here, though. Horn. Back out to Volland. Volland, would he put it back wide? No, he's had a shot and it's in. What a finish that is from Volland. I did think he put it out wide, because there was no way that he'd get it past that pool of defenders. But it seemed to. Brondby have had 1 shot, by the way. And amazingly, at our 23rd attempt, we have finally beaten the goalkeeper. Only our 7th shot on target. I wouldn't have thought from here that he'd... Look at them. They're a massive unit, but there's that space between 21 and 8. That's not Andreas Christensen, surely. And then 5 and 7, he puts it through them. They kind of disband as a defensive unit, and that is absolutely amazing. It's not Andreas Christensen. It's actually a regen. But if we can keep this, I'm going to get cautious now, to be honest, because we want to keep this lead fundamentally. We're going to bring Pepelu on for Ikel or Eichel. We're going to call him Eckel, I think, from now on. But Borg's got a throw in for them, but it's a mistake. It's to Royce. Can we finish it 2-0? Oh, it's a poor shot from Marco Royce. Is it Marco Royce? Am I making that up? Oh my god, I'm on a real bad day. No, it is Marco. That's all right. Didn't want to make a fool of myself there. But Balotelli again, not the best performance, but you have to say that Origi's not had the best performance either. And now Royce is off injured. I wonder how long he's going to be off for in terms of his injury. That'll be an interesting one. But fundamentally, we're going to pick up the 3 points today. It's a penalty at the end of the match. Rojo has been pushed by Roca, and potentially because Balotelli's the top on our penalty list, he's going to be the player to take it. But he did miss a penalty earlier on in the season, so potentially, if he misses this, it's going to be an absolutely disastrous start to his career here. But a 2-goal cushion would certainly be nice at the end of this game. Balotelli steps up, and it's in the back of the net. The keeper goes the wrong way, and Balotelli calmly places it. To be fair, he scored 6 goals this year, but that is kind of inflated a little bit because he did score 4 or 5 in those games against Shamrock Rovers. So that's a little bit hyperinflated. But nonetheless, we're going to get a win this episode. We scored 2 against Hoffenheim. We've scored 2 here. But the difference is here that Brondby have offered, to be honest, no attacking intent, no attacking threat. And that is 2-0 to us. So we're pretty much qualified for the next round in the Europa League. So we've got to focus on the Bundesliga from now on. But if you enjoyed that, folks, make sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe to the channel for future Football Manager content. On Monday, we'll be back with another episode on New Year's Eve, our last video of the year. That sounds absolutely crazy to say. We're back with our final video of the year. I've just noticed my green screen's going a bit weird, but I am going to sit up like that, even though we're going out of the shop. We're going to have to just sit like that. But the last video of the year, but it's going to be a rare, really good one. Playing Bayern Munich and Hertha Berlin, the top 2 in the league at the moment. So I hope you guys will enjoy that, and I'll see you guys for that on Monday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, folks, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.